Hello, hello! My name is Zylo01, and this is What If Deku was sent from Undertale Part 10. Anyway, sorry, but sorry about that, but I quite pissed at myself right now because I just finished recording What If Deku was sent from Undertale Part 10 before, but I accidentally deleted it, and that quite pissed me off. Anyway, let's just begin. Let's make with recap. Izuku adopted Eri. He have to marry. He's officially married Fritz and Chara. He adopted a dog. He told every one of UA student that in front of him that about the disadvantage of this sport festival they will get it for the hero course student in the future. So that's all. So let's begin. The school is over. San, Fritz and Chara go to Toria Place to pick up Erin and the dog. They pick up Erin and the dog name will be Doggo. And you guys must say, Doggo, seriously, dude? Why? Easy, because I don't have a good name for the dog. Anyway, San teleport all of them to his house. Fritz, Chara, and Erin is playing with the dog. San is cooking the dinner. A few hours has passed. The food are ready and all of them is eating. The dog is eating the dog food that San gives to him. And yes, the dog is a male. And it is about a few hours has passed and Eric is sleeping right now. San carry her to her room and put her to the bed. And the dog is sleeping with Eric. Wait a second. Sorry about that. My nose made me sneeze. Anyway, Eric is sleeping and Sam go to the living room to see that Fitzgerald is watching the news. Three of them is watching the news and then Sarah asks, so what are we going to do for the training for for the sport festival? Sam is thinking of something and he has an idea. Sam take out his phone and try to call someone. The phone is ringing and Sam say, hey Ing, what's up? And yes, it was Ing. Ing sense. And you guys must be wondering, how the hell Sen can call Ing? Ing literally is living out of time and space in the anti-void. So how the hell can he even call Ing? Ing somewhat gives Sen a bit. Ing somewhat put something in Sen's phone that allowed Sen to call Ing from out of no to that Sen can talk to him through anywhere without Wi-Fi or anything. So pretty good app, I must say for myself. Anyway, Sen told Ing, about as he asked Ing if Ing can let them use the anti-void for training, and Ing agreed with this. and Sen tells Fish and Chara about what they going to train, but where they going to train. Fish and Chara was excited and they asked, "So when will we start the training?" Sen told them that they will start the training tomorrow, so get a lot of sleep. It's tomorrow, and Sen Eri and the dog to Toria Place again. Sen is Sen teleport Fish and Chara with him to the anti-void. They look around to see Ing with three other senses or sense. The other three sense is Delta sense, Cross sense, and Underswap sense. Wait a second. Sorry about that. When I left off, what I say about Delta sense, Cross sense, and Underswap sense, or I always call Underswap sense blue. So let's begin. Sen asks why three of the other Sens is here. In tell them that you guys will train with them. Sen understand this and they starting the training. Chara is fighting with Cross and Fizz is fighting with Blue. And Sen is fighting with Delta. Let's go to Chara and Cross. Chara and Cross is fighting using a knife. No, the big boy knife. What I like to call it. They have a intense sword bite battle right now. And sometimes Cross Chara will take over to fight with Chara. Prince is fighting with Blue. And Fizz was surprised to see how strong Blue can be. And Blue is quite hyperactive right now because Ing gave Blue a coffee before he's fighting with Frizz. And Blue is quite hyperactive without a coffee at all. And giving it the coffee, you guys just try to imagine what a mess it can be. Sad is fighting with Delta, and Delta beat Sad, and a few hours has passed, and Delta and Sad is taking a break. Chara died because Cross and Blue to give them a break yet because both of Cross and Blue still not exhausted later at all. Delta see that Sad did really take a break. Delta and Sad sit with Egg and they look to face a Chara. To Freeze fighting with Blue, Chara fighting with Cross Chara slash Cross Sands, and then Freeze and Chara have enough and they use their soul burst. And Aang and Delta were surprised to see what they are doing. Evil cross-edged blow. Wait a second. Sorry about that. Anyway, Delta asks what are those moves is. And Seth say that the move called soul boost. That somehow let them become more stronger. Wait a second. Sorry about that. I cannot breathe properly right now because my nose is blocked. So sorry. Anyway, Seth explained about soul burst is and said as Delta to how he become Delta. Delta explained that it was a fight with Chara, with his Chara, and he was defeated. But then Esco threw him the sword of determination. No, Esco sacrificed himself and gave him the soul of bravery. And Delta said explained how he absorbed the soul of bravery. And Seth was surprised to hearing this. And he has an idea. He he called Miku out. Delta was confused why Seth called the name Miku. And then Miku come out from Seth's chest and turned into his human form and asked, "What is it, big brother?" Seth explained about how Delta is born and Delta asks who Miku is. And Seth explained everything and how she died. Seth and Delta Seth was surprised and feel sorry for Sans to what happened to him. And Seth say, "Nah, it's alright. Sai, you have more words than me. You literally cannot understand and everyone you love is dead." And Delta say, "Yeah, we Sans have quite a messed up life, isn't it?" And Sans say, "Yeah." Wait a second. Sorry about that. I have to go to the kitchen. Anyway, Sen explained to Miku how Delta was created, and Miku understand why what Sen mean by this, and she say, "So you think that if you absorb my soul, you can become stronger than me, stronger than no, as strong as him, then?" And then Delta say, "Actually, he will become more stronger." Sen and Miku look at Delta and with confused face. Delta explained to Miku that to them that Sen have more training and more stronger, even on his normal form. So Sen will become more stronger if he absorbs Sword of Bravery. And Miku and Sen understand this. And then Sen look at Miku and say, "Are you ready for this?" Miku say, "Yep, let's do it." Delta smiled and he told Aang to stand back quite far The other four, Fish, Chara, Blue, and Cross, looked what is happening, and they was confused what is happening. They go to Blue and Delta to ask what is going on. Delta tell them, just what, and you guys will see what is going to happen. Miku and Delta, no. Miku turned into her soul form again, and Sen grabbed the soul form and absorbed the soul. And a big blast of orange energy explode and come out. Everyone closed their eye, and when they opened it, they see Sen standing. But they see there's something different with him. Sen's clothing is changing, and Sen wearing. I forgot to say this. When Fish, Chara, and Sans go to the anti-void, they are wearing like usual, but they wearing the usual thing they always wearing. Sam wearing his blue hoodie, Fish and Chara wearing their striped shirt, like the normal thing. Anyway, Sans clothing is changing. Sans is now have a jacket without a sleeve or a hoodie, and he have a glove, and his eye is now orange, and his hair is somewhat black and orange. But I mean that by this, his top part of his hair is black, but the bottom part of it is orange. And you guys see, how is that even work? And I see anime logic. Anyway, San looked to himself, and Sans tried to throw a punch. And after he threw a punch, no, when he threw a punch, there a big blast of no, a big gust of wind coming out from the punch. And Sans say, "Cool." And then Delta smiled after saying this, and he told Cross and Blue to help him with something. They asked, "What do you need help with?" And Delta smirked. Sans tried to call her little sister at by inside of his head, and Biku Bisku replied to him. They talked a little, and then they hear that Delta is calling them. Sen and Biku look. No, Sen look to see that Blue, Cross, and Delta is standing in front of him. And Delta explained that you are going to fight three of us now. Inside Sen's head, Sen looked to Biku, and both of them smile and say, no, Sen say, no, both of them say, bring it on! The toss worked and Delta launched an attack. Sen immediately dodged Delta attack, go to the side, and he gave a Delta a kick to his stomach, sending him flying to the air. Cross tried to attack Sen from behind using his big boy knife, but Sen catch the knife and no, break the knife so easily. Cross was surprised to see this, and he jumped backward. And then Blue tried to attack Sans with a Gaster blaster. The Gaster blaster attacked with the energy blast. Sans looked at this blast and he opened his bird and roared. No, I mean his bird. And then he roared. He roared. And a big blast of energy come out from Sans' mouth. Yeah, he fired a blast from his mouth, and I was have this idea from undertale echo. And what? Just watch the video until the end, and you guys will understand why I'm doing this. And Phil and Chara say, "Wait, he can do that?" After seeing what just happened, and Ink say, yeah, all of us senses can fire a energy blast from our mouth. Do you ever Do you guys ever wondering why we never open our mouth at all? Both of them just realized that Sans never opened his mouth, and they just think, wait, if he can do that, why does he never do that in the genocide route when we fight him? It explained that Sans see that if he even tried, it was useless to give even try, so he never used the attack at all. Mr. Chara was shocked after hearing that, and they just realized something, that San is holding back even when in his fight. Wait a second. Sorry about that. And you guys must think, if he really no, you guys must say, are you saying that that guy can? And this is for the one that played the Undertale game. Wait, if he really was stronger than in the game, how? And I will say this. Go search Undertale Last Breath. I was inspired from what I just watched. And you guys will got your guys' jaw will drop at seeing what he can do. Anyway, with Echara is thinking, if he really is holding that much, even if without a reset button, we already screw when we try to fight him. And it's quite hard to fight him already. And if he ever go all out, we are doomed. Let's go back to Delta, Blue, Cross, and Sands fighting. It's about 10 minutes, and they were surprised to see how Sand become more stronger than before. And Sand's strength is about, in this, will be about, in the Soul Fusion, I will call this form, it's about, huh, it's about 100% of Prime All Might. And that's pretty OP. Anyway, Sam was amazed to see how strong he became, and then he think of something, and he smiled. And Blue, Delta, and Cross seeing this, and they have a bad feeling. Sam shout, soul burst, and then he was engulfed with a orange energy, like in the Dragon Ball anime. Sam's hair started to change into no, Sam's hair started to grow longer, and his hair is already too long for a guy. His hair is now on his as low to his waist, and his hair started to glow with orange, and the black part on this part now is gone. It's completely orange. Everyone surprised to saying this, and Cross say, "Holy crap! He he's 32 Super Saiyan 3 right now." And if you guys is confused why I make Cross say that, sorry about that voice crack. I mean voice crack. Cross is a meme lord with epic sense. Anyway, Sen threw a punch to where Cross, Blue, and Delta is, and a big blast of energy come out of it. Three others, the three of the Sands, immediately dodged the attack just just a few seconds, though just in time before they get hit by the blast. And then Sad is on his knee. He on the ground. He on the ground, gasping for air, and he now changing to his normal form. Everyone, no, Princess Chara ran up to him to ask if he was alright. He said that he is fine. Sorry about that. Tata looked to what is happening, and he was confused to why Sad changing to his normal form. Tata asked Sad if no, Tata go to Sad and asked Sad to show his soul. Delta looked at Sad's soul, and Finn and Chara just realized something. They never look at the other stat after they get out from the when they go to this place, to this universe, to the universe they are staying at now. They look at Sad's stat, and they were surprised to see that Sad is actually only level 2. And Finn and Chara know that Sad will have killed before, and they was confused why Sad LV so low. And they look at Sad's stat, and they see that Sad health is it about 620 HP. They was both of their jaw was dropped, and they was more confused to see the HP. There are word HP, and it's about, let me think, 200. And Fitz and Chara was confused why there are two types of HP. and they asked what the the meaning of this. Sam explained that his health and HP is different actually. Chara and Chris was confused what Sam just said. Sam explained that HP actually means hope and not health for him. Chara and Chris was surprised after hearing this, and they just realized something. Sam's HP in the underground was about no, it's one, and they think to themselves, "Sen- what makes sense hope so low? Is it because of the reset?" Before they can think anything else, the doctor say, "How can you have see more? You have more soul than a normal. How can this be?" Face and Chara net into the reality, and they look. They look at Sen's soul, and they were surprised to see that Sen's soul is not like normal soul. It's like a Sen's soul, not like the normal soul. His soul shape wasn't like a heart. It's like a star, but the star it have eight, 8 points. And how? Why did he have 8 points if he have 7 human soul? Let me explain. Sam still have a monster soul, and he has another 8 other soul. No, 7 other soul. It explained that Sam have the soul when he was born, and everything. And about how Izuku have soul of his parent. And they see something. Access. The button there a button that called access. Sam see this and he pushed the button and they show that Sans can access two other soul. The first soul is the first soul is actually justice, and second one is actually bravery, Miku, and the other four soul was locked. Sam thinks to himself, though he see that there are a name on the soul. Sam look closely to the name of the soul, and the name of the soul is Anthony. I just take a weird name that I think is good for name of justice. Alright with justice. And I watch a lot of gacha video, and don't judge me why I look that video. And both of the people call Soul of Justice Anthony. So I will call him Anthony. Sensei Anthony. How is this can be? Then Chara was confused. Why Sen say that? Sen explained that Anthony is one of the fallen children. The fallen children that was fell into the underground. Chara and Free was surprised. And then Sen touched the soul of justice. And then the soul of justice started to glow and take a form of a little kid with a cowboy hat. And he say, "Well, hello there. Long time no see, partner." And Charles say, "Hey, that my line." And Tony say, "Screw you." Anyway, said asked Anthony, "How are you here? And why even how no? How and where have you been?" No, San say, "How? No, why are you here? And how even you are here right now?" Anthony smirked and he say, "Well, do you remember about how you guys get to your universe now? About a big purple light. You see, the light is actually transported you, but since your soul is unstable, Chara as well, and we the fallen kid that die, see this. You guys about to break, about to be shattered, about to be shred from just teleporting, and me and the soul of passion go to you, and the other go to Chara to help them, to help her. Because Chara is more unstable than you. Chara was surprised and asked if she have the other soul as well. And Tony say, "I don't know, but try to look." Chara looked and he see that he has the soul of integrity, perseverance, bravery, and kindness. He opened his stat first and then he looked. And it say all of it still lock it, no access. Anyway, let's go to Anthony what he's speaking. Anthony thought that he see what has been happened and he feels sorry for Sans. And Sans say, "Nah, don't worry, Delta have more worse than me." Anthony say, "Wait, how is life more worse than you are?" Sans explained about Delta Pass and how he the only survivor of his universe, and just Anthony say, "Ooh, ouch, that must be hurt." And Delta say, "Yeah, you told me. I literally have my body cut off in half." And then Sen laughed a little and he realized something and he asked Anthony if he knew the cause of the purple light. And Anthony nodded and he said, "The light was caused from the reset button, but the reset button somewhat been hacked. by someone. Sen asks who the one that hacked the reset button. And Tony takes a deep breath and he says it was Gaster. Chara and Fritz confused to who is Gaster, and was in shock and he said, How? How is that even be? How can even it happen? Fritz and Chara is asking who Gaster is. Sam takes a deep breath and he explains that Gaster is his father. And Fritz and Chara was shocked after hearing this. And Sam explained about this Gaster was fault. Gaster was caught in the accident of the fault of the core, and Sam explained that he the only survivor left, and no one there was can escape it. All of them is gone, and I tried to bring him back to see if he was alright. Sam explained that he know that Gaster still not dead. He was trapped inside in space. And Fritz and Chara remember something. Fritz and Chara remember that this talk to the unknown monster. If you guys go walk around the underground, you guys will meet with a different type of monster. One of them looked like Monster Kid, but it was gray. Anyway, Sam explained that he tried to bring back Gaster a long time ago, but it was failed every time. And Chara, sorry about that. My family member love to bothering me so freaking much. Anyway, I don't even remember. Thanks to my mom. Ugh. Anyway, Sen told them about he trying to bring Gaster and it was a fail every time. Sen say, no, Fritz and Chara just realized Sen has a hope to bring back Gaster and they think that Sans maybe losing a hope each time, and they think that it's therefore that Sans have only one HP left. They both of them starting crying, and Sans sees this, and Sans is worried and asks if they are alright. Chara and Fritz say sorry for all the things that they are doing have done to him. Sans asks, what do you guys mean by that? Fritz and Chara say that it's our fault that you has been through this so much. San hug both of them and say, no, it's not your fault. You guys wasn't the one in control. Fritz and Chara hug him back more tightly. And they say, sorry, and we love you, Sans. And Sans say, I love you too. I love both of you too. I love both of you as well. And they forgot about the other sand is out of the in the room. And Cross say, "Get a room, you three." And three of them just realize what are they doing and immediately back off. And they are turning red. The four other sands see this and they starting to laugh their ass off. And Sen say, no, Sen shout to shut up. And they laugh more harder than before. And Sen asks Delta to why, and Sen just remember something and asks Delta to why Delta want to see his soul. Delta look closely at Sen's soul and he see that Sen can only access the soul about 30 minutes. And he see that if set data look to see that there somewhat a explanation to Sen using the soul of the soul. When Sen used the soul of bravery, he was transformed, and Sen can use the soul bravery strength. Sans become more I mean Sans become more stronger, and when Sans using soul burst, the time limit of it become more shorter and but he become more stronger. And Delta look to soul of justice and he see that Sans can use a gun and Sans and Delta say no Delta look closely to see that Sans has a special move called Judgment Cannon. And Data think that if Seth go to any of these moves, he has more skill than before. And Seth asks how to make him inside this in the form of bravery form, in his bravery form more stronger, in his tiny bit more longer. And Doctor say that I think if you train more harder, then you can make yourself can use it more than before. Sen understand this, and he have a determination. Sen is filled with determination to become more stronger. And I will end it right here. And sorry for what just happened. If you guys hearing someone from background noise, I will say this. My freaking family love to bothering me so freaking much. And it's always when I try to do something. Hell, even when I playing a game, and I not the type that like to play a game so much. I literally played it like an hour, and that time they always will bothering me. Anyway, I will make I will say this. Wait a second. I may make another what if And you guys say this, right? And this what if I will not make in this channel, I will make it to my other channel. It's called Zylo03, and it's what if will be what if deku have 1% of werewolf and vampires. Anyway, if you like it, please subscribe and leave a like and leave a comment. So bye bye.